Location: just before Chapter 24 of Wintersteel. Mercy stood inside a medical tent her people had erected in Sky's Edge. It had one purpose: to take care of Lyndon. At the moment, he was lying face up on a cot, sweating and muttering to himself. Hakura healers had started to check him over, but Ethan shooed them away. He sat in a chair at Lyndon's side, contentedly reading a book. The moment Mercy took a worried glance at Lyndon, Ethan spoke. "He's still the same. It's a test of his willpower, which I have every reason to believe he will endure. Physically, he's only at risk of a crushed hand." Ruby knelt at Lyndon's side, gripping his larger hand tightly in both of hers. Her knuckles were white, and she shook. It was a sweet gesture, and Mercy understood. She also worried for Lyndon, and she wished there was something she could do. But in the meantime, Ruby might really break Lyndon's bone by accident. "Ruby, why don't you ease up a little?" Mercy suggested gently.
"He held my hand before," Ruby whispered, "and I could still feel it even when I was asleep. You want me to let go? You can cut through my arm."
She did relax her grip, though, just a little. Little Blue whistled angrily and kicked Ruby's finger. Ruby growled back, her eyes flashing red. "Spirit fight!" Dross cried. He floated over to the two of them. "I'll be on Blue's team, so it's fair." Mercy patted Little Blue on the head, which felt like patting a cold wave.
"It's okay. We're all worried about him."
"I said spirit fight. Back off, Fleshy."
Little Blue looked up at Mercy with an expression of indignation and began a clamor of whistles and tumbling bells. Mercy couldn't understand her as well as Lyndon could, but the gist was easy enough to grasp. She was warning them about Ruby. Ethan flipped a page. "That's not fair, Blue. Aspects of Madra don't determine everything about a spirit's intentions."
"Is that really what she said?"
Mercy asked. She'd only gotten a general sense of Little Blue's feelings, not a specific sentence. "Oh, have I never told you?" Ethan responded. "I speak fluent Bell."
"That's about the first thing you've told us,"
Ruby muttered. Ethan seemed to stagger, though he was still in his chair. He looked up. "I can't help but notice a tone of resentment there, Ruby."
"Don't know you, do I?"
"As I understand it, I've been around the entirety of your consciousness, almost as long as Lyndon has." Ruby leaned closer to Lyndon.
"Don't know you. Lyndon, I know. I could feel him. I could see him. Might be you see everything, but I can barely feel you at all, even now. Gives me shivers."
Ethan cleared his throat, flipped a page, flipped it back, and then cleared his throat again. "Ah, yes. I suppose I shall return to my book, then." Mercy had scarcely imagined it possible, but she thought Ethan might actually be hurt. She left Little Blue to pat him on the shoulder. He gave her a faint, grateful smile.
"Ruby, you are short on time," Dross pointed out. "Lyndon's no closer to waking up than he was an hour ago, so why don't we go over your next match, Wouldn't you like to relax with a little training?"
"Later,"
Ruby said.
"We don't have too much later left to work with."
"Later."
Mercy's heart ached. It was painful to see how much Ruby cared for Lyndon, especially when Lyndon could never return her feelings. Despite their resemblance, she wasn't Yeren. Mercy knelt down at Ruby's side and put an arm around her.
"I'm so sorry, Ruby. You only had a few days on your own, and I know this isn't how you wanted to spend it."
To Mercy's faint surprise, she wasn't stabbed.
"I wanted to help,"
Ruby said.
"This is me helping. I wanted him to know me, not just Yeren. Well, I was here to hold his hand, not Yeren."
Little Blue looked Mercy in the eyes and pointed straight to Ruby. She didn't make a sound, but Mercy could interpret that gesture. "See, this is what I was talking about." The blood shadow getting closer to Lyndon, separating herself from Yeren, there was danger in that. But Mercy found it impossible not to sympathize. She squeezed Ruby tighter.
"You are helping. Lyndon will know that when he wakes up." "Not just Lyndon I wanted to help."
To Mercy's shock, Ruby leaned into the hug, resting her head on Mercy's shoulder, just for a moment. Tears welled up in Mercy's eyes.
"Oh, Ruby, I'm so glad you didn't stab me. Don't love stabbing so much that I'd stab a friend. You, I know."
Ruby tossed a glare to the side of the room where Ethan sat. Ethan pretended not to hear.